A pleasant good evening, everyone. Tom Wynn along with Ryan Cushmall greeting you from Franklin Field, the Shrine of Bovine, as we prepare for game one of this 5-game series against the Fargo-Moorhead RedHawks. And Ryan, of course, you've been in the American Association Championships, not only with the Wichita Wingnuts, but of course with the Milkmen in 2020. Pretty exciting to get to the end of the year. You're playing for a trophy. Doesn't get better than that in pro baseball.
It's all that matters is right here, right now. This is what you work for. The regular season, you know, is to get to the playoffs, and ultimately this is where you want to get is the championship series.
So we go up against the RedHawks, former division rival, now split into the other division since the league realigned into East and West this past offseason. So we didn't see the RedHawks as much as we typically did as a division rival. Only played them 6 times. Bases, full years, the core of their team, and a lot of guys that we still have left over from our championship team. So I would think, you know, in preparing either way, these teams know each other still fairly well, at least a lot of the personnel on each team. What are some of the things that you look at the outset that might be part of the keys here?
Well, what are we looking at here? So, I mean, we're familiar with Fargo. So, you know, even if they were in the other division, they are a tough team. So we're going to have to come out and pitch our lights out here in this series if we really, and we got to do very good in these first 2 games too before we head to Fargo. So, you know, honestly, I think that we need to pitch very well. We need to do some situational hitting. Every run counts, and in defense to be very sound.
Issue teammate now moved into the starting rotation. He has been outstanding since Anthony Barone put him in the starting rotation around midseason, and especially in the postseason. AJ has just been fantastic for the Milkmen in his outings against Cleburne. 12 innings pitched. He's only allowed 7 hits, I should say, 1 run that was earned, no walks, and 11 strikeouts. So he has really been on top of his game. And going up against, like I said before, arguably the greatest pitcher in the history of the American Association, Kevin McGovern. Now, I'm trying to think, Ryan, I don't know if you guys were ever teammates before. You've seen Kevin up against him a few times in your career. He is a good one for sure. And if there's a veteran guy, if you're the Fargo-Moorhead RedHawks that you want to run out there for game 1 of a playoff series, I would think Kevin would be right at the top of the list.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I believe he played for Winnipeg, didn't he, back in the – yeah, so I think I played against him in a championship series when I played for Wichita when we were – yeah. So, honestly, these are the guys you want on and it's a great maneuver on transitioning Schugel to the rotation because you want strike throwers, and he was a strike thrower in the pen, and that as you can see, he has no walks, so he's going to come out throwing strikes, and you know, so it's going to change up. That's his best pitch. It's what got him to the big league. Govern, he's just got an offense going to have, you know, piece together a good game here. You know, I don't see much offense here, so we're going to have to piece together a couple and that way.
You faced a lot of RedHawks, Leo Pena, John Silviano, Manny Boscan, Sam Dexter, Christian Correa. Of course, Christian was your catcher here for a couple of years with the Milkmen in 20 and 21. But we'll try to lean on you a bit throughout the broadcast here, Ryan. Maybe get some of your thoughts how to pitch some of these guys. Right now, we are going to get ready for the playing of our national anthem. And so we are just about set to go with game one of American Association Series. The Wolff line here between the Milwaukee Milkmen and the Fargo-Moorhead RedHawks, game one of this best of 5 series. Tom Wynn, along with former Milkman hurler and former American Association star Ryan Cushmo, and wind blowing out tonight, Ryan. Looks like pretty well left set. Could that maybe affect a bit the way the pitching was?
Yeah, I think so. You know, you will have to keep the ball down. This park, ball does fly, as I do know. Did lead the league a few times here, giving up a few home runs in my day. So we are. The thing is we got two aces on the mound, so they're going to know how to pitch. You know, obviously Shugel's got his changeup, so primarily a lot of the balls are going to keep down. Will there be mistakes be made? Of course. You know, and there's a lot of guys like Barnum and Kanger, and then for Fargo, I believe was it Pena and a Boscan or a Ward. You know, all those guys. You know, you got it's as easy as one swing and they can put the ball out, especially. Breeze right now. I did look at the weather report. We got some rain in the forecast. I don't know. I felt a little sprinkles when coming in. I don't know if it's coming.
Hopefully a bit later.
Yes. It's helped the pitching game. I don't mind rain because it does help. It does help the pitchers.
Even on the artificial mound, rain, not too much effect.
No. I really like the turf mound, especially this one. There are some that I haven't liked to pitch on, but this one. Don't have to worry about anything and go out there and pitch all sorts of different ways and get the job done.
You see the umpires play manager Anthony Barone of the Milkmen, and I believe that's Anthony Renz, who is the third base coach, assistant coach for the Fargo-Moorhead RedHawks. Chris Coast is the manager. Chris has had a bad back this year that's kind of limited his mobility, so if he doesn't really have to come out of the dugout very much, that definitely will help his back out. So look for Anthony Renz to be the man who's going out there either to talk with the umps or make the moves, the pitching moves. Our tonight, Jay behind home plate. Base. Clay Park is the second base umpire. Third baseman Jeff Head. I believe you're familiar, Ryan, with most of those guys. JJ January. I believe was new to our league this season. I don't recall if before as an umpire. I know certainly the other guys I think you're pretty familiar with.
Oh yeah, I remember Jeff. Everybody remembers Jeff. He's league umpire.
And Ryan says that all due compassion with the warmest heart you can imagine.
It's a 50-50.
So Milkmen are getting ready to take the field here, and back here the big third right now. So Ryan Cushmo from Fenimore, Wisconsin, now a Franklin area resident, I understand, which is great to have you here as a regular resident, Ryan. Did you get a chance to see much of Milkman at all this past season?
Oh yeah, I honestly I live right down the road. I'm only miles down. It's really easy to just drop in and see what's going on, see how the guys are doing. I've been pretty busy. I mean, I did come out of quote-unquote retirement this year and went down and played in Mexico for a little bit. But I was at Rock. I've been playing with a bunch of my buddies down there with a squad. So, and just in case, I need to go play somewhere else. I do want to play winter ball this year, but I need to call it a career here soon.
Yeah, I was going to say, how many years, Ryan? I believe you was it 2009 you began your professional career?
Yes.
So, and you basically have played at least one season, usually two,
Yep.
during that time of summer and winter ball. So, I mean, that's a lot of baseball. That's a lot of traveling. That's a lot of playing ball for sure.
Yeah, I gotta start taking care of my body. I gotta get my body back in order and doing things, everything opposite of what I've been doing for all these years with all the twisting and throwing. Starting to throw left-handed and getting the torque different, so body right.
Well, who knows? You could still be a situational left-hander if you can really.
You never know. I have been 80 miles an hour on the gun.
Not bad.
As a lefty.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Hobie Milner. He's barely touching 90.
There you go. Who was it? Brett Suter. Yeah. Just like.
A.J. Schugel taken to the hill as Peter Maris steps in to lead it off, and the first pitch low and outside, and we are underway here at Franklin Field. Game time temperature is at 78 degrees. Again, the wind is blowing out of the southwest, which is out toward left center, and I'd say it's got to be at least 15 now. Fastball from A.J. just a bit high, 2-0. Peter Maris in 95 games during the regular season hit 283 homers, 5 driven in. Former fall, the pitch comes in and he hits it out into right center field, base hit. Looked like he got jammed a bit there, but was able to just muscle it into short right center, and the RedHawks have the leadoff man on here in the top of the first. So that will bring up the DH, Drew Ward. Drew, who has battled some injuries this year, played in just 82 games during the regular season, but he did have a great campaign. .345 with a .1052 OPS, 17 homers, 48 driven in. A very powerful left-hand hitter standing in against Stugel. Big swing and a foul back, and it's 0-1. So as you talk with AJ, likes to go with that changeup. Has an excellent two-seamer also to go along with that. When he's on, it seems like, Ryan, he can get the hitters to hit the ball on the ground. And
he's got a lot of lefties work here, so he's got to work the outside of the part of the plate and work that changeup off of his fastball.
Outfield straight away and deep. The pitch stays outside.
Right now he's a little arm side. He's got to make an adjustment here because he's falling behind. We don't want Fargo to get an early lead here.
Leo Pena, the third baseman, waiting on deck. Just underway here from Franklin Field. Crowd still coming in here to the Rock Complex. Throw to first base. Maris is back. Maris, not an overly ambitious base stealer this year. He's been caught twice. So by the time all's said and done, we should have a pretty good crowd here tonight. Opening night of the championship series. Outside, 2-1 to Drew Ward, the Oklahoma native. Milkman defensively, Aaron Hill in left, Brian Torres in center, Carl Chester in right. Infield third to first, you got Logan Trowbridge, Jeremiah Burks, Miguel Gomez, and Will Kenger. Hector Sanchez does the catching, and on the mound, A.J. Schugel. This one to left field, Aaron Hill drifting in front of the warning track. Catch, so Drew shot there. Ball got a little carry from the breeze out there, but stayed in the park. Aaron Hill able to make the grab. 1 out, and that will bring up Leo Pena. How would you characterize this ballpark, Ryan, as far as offensively, defensively? Leaning?
I mean, if I'm going to talk career, to me, it's an offensive ballpark. But it depends on the day. You know, like right now, he should have got a good tell on that pop fly right there that the ball is carrying quite well tonight.
And the first pitch on the outside corner to Leo Pena. Although, compared to some of the other parks across the association. I would think we're probably toward the middle. Impact Field, obviously, in Rosemont is an offensive park. Sioux Falls would be another one. A little bit low, 1-1. How about Newman Outdoor Field up in Fargo?
Yeah, I mean, I think that big. And you know, it's on some days, you know, I think day games here in Milwaukee, the ballpark plays big. At night, it kind of gets breezy up here since we're kind of, you know, elevated up here on the hill. So, gotta play to the wind.
Strike on the corner, 1-2. Leo, another outstanding season, 95 games, 346 with a 905 for the Red. 8 homers and 67 driven in. He also had 33 doubles. This guy's been a solid hitter in the league for many years, Leo Pena. Swing and a miss. TJ, one low and away. And a big strikeout there. 2 down with Peter Maris still the runner at first base.
And as a pitcher, I see Pena. Pena is usually a confident hitter, and he didn't look very confident there. He kind of looks like he got some nerves running in him, because he's usually a guy who comes out and is very aggressive, and he made some silly swings right there. But to Schugel's credit, he made some pretty good pitches right there.
Now John Silviano, the cleanup man, right fielder. 268 during the regular season. 80, and he wraps us back up. Cutting off in the gap is Carl Chester. Maris will wheel around to third, and the RedHawks now with runners at the corners and 2 down. So Silviano going right after the first pitch, and he grounds it through for a base hit. Second hit of the inning for the RedHawks. Now that'll bring up the runner for Manny. Manny in his second year with the RedHawks broke into the American Association with the Milkmen back in 2019, did not play during the 2020 season. 88 games this year, 292 with an 819 OPS, 16 homers, 68 driven in. Schugel getting the sign from Sanchez, and the pitch foul out of play. So we have here as the catcher. Here's Ryan. Now RedHawks, Hector Sanchez, the former big leaguer, catching for the Milkmen. So no question you've got 2 high-level, high-quality catchers involved in this series.
Yes, and both I actually had as catchers. I had Hector in Venezuela for a bunch of years.
Little tapper right side.
Schugel's pitching Boscan very correct here. I think he threw him back-to-back changeups, first and second pitch right here. Boscan's a very good hitter, and he'll swing and he'll get to that fastball. Schugel's changeup is better than Boscan, so hopefully he can execute this year.
Big situation here on the first. 0-2 to Manny Boscan. AJ's pitch.
There it is.
Just missing there.
That's a good pitch. Just missed by an inch.
Good pitcher's pitch, and credit Boscan with a good eye, as JJ January did not ring him up. Outfield straight away for Boscan. Field. And the pitch is bounced to first. Wilkinger's right there, and he'll take it unassisted to retire the side. So Schugel and the Milkmen are out of it here in the top. No errors. 2 men left on. We go to the bottom of the first. It's FM 0. Milwaukee coming to bat is the American Association Wolff Cup Championship Series. What's your name, dude? Gavin, where are you from? Wisconsin. How's the school you going, buddy? Okay. Sorry, man. Yeah. Do you have homework today? No, okay, good. 4 balls. Let's give it up for Gavin here, ladies and gentlemen. He's ready to go. And just a minute outside ball 1 together. Ryan Torres off Milkman. Milwaukee comes up for the first time tonight against the veteran southpaw Kevin McGovern. It'll be Torres, Trowbridge, and Kenger. If anybody reaches, Keon Barnum would then step up to the plate for Milwaukee. And now Torres steps out. Kevin McGovern, a 6'2", 190-pounder, 33 years old, out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And the first pitch to Torres, good for a strike. Brian led the league in hitting during the regular season at 374, 925 OPS, 3 homers and 56 driven in for the Puerto Rican native. And became the Milkmen's regular center fielder in the second half of the year. Puts a charge into this one, not to right field, but John Siliano is there to make the catch. And there is one out. So if you're the Milkmen, batting Kevin McGovern, what's the approach, right?
Well, so he's a strike thrower. He's going to hit his spots. In my opinion, I think that being aggressive is the best thing to do. If he gets in trouble falling behind, which isn't going to happen much, obviously you take your pitches, but I would come out hacking.
All right, let's see if that's the plan for the Milkman. He looks at the first pitch for a strike. McGovern during the regular season, 10-3 with a 3.69 ERA, 20 appearances, 1 complete game. As that one stays outside 1-1. 126 innings, he allowed 119 hits, 52 earned runs with 37 walks, 141 strikeouts, only gave up 8 home runs. Slow change-up. Bit outside, good eye by Trowbridge. It's 2-1 in the postseason so far for Kevin McGovern. In 2 previous starts, 2-0 with a 4.11 innings of work. Trowbridge to left, going back, and that ball is gone! Logan Trowbridge takes it out of here, and Milwaukee leads it 1-0. All right, Lotro given on the balls tonight.
Come out hacking. So he's going to be throwing a lot of strikes. So especially
who had balls during the out, his first of the season. Milkman team home runs in the playoffs this year as Will Kenger steps in. He takes a slow curveball for a strike. It's 0-1. Will during the season, 260 with an 801 OP, 18 home driven in, and that one comes inside and hits him. Looked like right around the elbow. Hopefully it hit that elbow guard, but I didn't really see Ryan exactly.
It looked like it got him on the hand.
Ooh.
It wasn't. That is a sensitive spot on the body. So no matter how you throw there, it's not going to feel good.
Yeah, hopefully he's going to be okay as he's talking with the first base coach for the Milkmen, DJ Boston, and
he'll be fine. 19 and
Philadelphia or Pittsburgh boy, I should say. Better not get that one on. Kevin McGovern is a Philadelphia boy. That's a base hit.
Sit.
Kenger turning.
Oh.
Try to go.
It's there. Good slide.
A bit of hesitation by Will going around second, but as you, Ryan, the third was out of position. Shift, had to go for it, and let's check it out again. Pretty good throw by Silviano, who's got a good arm out there.
Made a very good slide.
Excellent job by Kenger. Around the tag. Barnum with a base hit to send Kenger over. It's a good sign for. He'd been scuffling a bit in the postseason, just 2 for 17 in the previous
swinging. Swing the shift. I'm done.
Now Miguel Gomez, the switch hitting second baseman. And the first pitch good for a strike. Miguel has been the offensive leader for the Milkmen in the playoffs thus far. 6 for 17 with 3 homers and 7 driven in for the ex-big leaguer. Kenger at third, Barnum at first. A run in on the home run by Trowbridge. And the pitch for a strike. Borderline call went in favor of the pitcher McGovern. And it's 0-2. A great opportunity here for the Milkmen to possibly add at least one. Like McGovern, Ryan, you want to get to him if you can because he could easily settle down and really get in a good groove. This one bounced left side and it's played by a diving Dexter. Throw to second is going to be in time, but a run scores. Boy, what a great play there by Sam. Of course, doesn't run all that well. Anybody else probably is going to be safe at second base, but a great play by. However, for the RBI and the fielder's choice, and it's 0. 6-4 the play on Barnum at second base. That'll bring up the 6th man to bat in the inning for Milwaukee. Gomez with a short lead at first as McGovern's pitch is just off the outside corner. It's 1-0. So that postseason RBI for Gomez, his team leading 8th during the playoffs. Aaron during the regular season, 283 with 8 homers, 29 driven in as he looks at that pitch for a ball to make it 2-0, but he's at the post.
He sees the flakes flying. He's got a good opportunity right here, 2-0 pitch.
8 homers during the regular season, hasn't hit one in a while. Maybe he's McGovern's pitch outside, 3-0. So Kevin McGovern does not seem real anxious about challenging him here. You have another switch hitter on deck, Hector Sanchez.
Well, you got Correa behind him, so you know he's taking things into his own hands. You know, he knows everybody that is coming up to the plate. Right there, that's 7-mile 3-0 breaking ball. So he obviously knows something about Hill, you know.
Yeah, no doubt. Christian, again, the primary catcher for the Milkmen the past couple of seasons. Now with the RedHawks. Inside with a fastball, ball 4. So was the lead for the Milkmen during the regular season was 66. Also 4th in the league overall. Gomez moves up to second, so you got runners at first, second, down. And here's Hector Sanchez. Hector, who played in 19 regular season games for the Milkmen after coming over from Cleveland, 257, 13 homers, 50 RBIs with the Milkmen in those 19 games. 386 with 5 homers and 18 driven in. He was on fire, and the pitch is upstairs, 1-0.
You got McGovern throwing backwards here. I'm not sure what his plan. I know that Sanchez bats better from the left side than he does the right side, but he'll there. These last two batters have been pitching differently, so you're kind of given a different thought process in these hitters' heads. Be like, you're not going to get to see a fastball.
Strike at 1-1. Sanchez, as a right-hand hitter, 386 for the Milkmen during the regular season. As left-hand hitter, 409, although he had twice as many at-bats side. But even fire offense, Milkmen. He loops this one foul, first base side. This is going to get out of play near the Fargo-Moorhead bullpen. And so it's 1-2 to Sanchez. One thing I've been impressed with Hector is that really works the count. Doesn't strike out all that much. Relatively pretty good ratio, but not an easy out at that plate.
He is a very hard out. And he was a big leaguer for a reason.
Again, the runners lead at first and second. Inside corner, strike 3 called. Sanchez can't believe it, and he's probably telling JJ January, hopefully we calls on the other side. That'll do it for the Milkmen. They come up with a pair of runs, and they do it on 2 hits. No errors, 2 men left on. We go to the second. It's Milwaukee 2, Fargo-Moorhead nothing. This is the American Association Championship Series on AA Baseball TV. We move to the second inning, game 1 of the best of 5 American Association Championship Series. Milwaukee leading the Fargo-Moorhead RedHawks 2-0. Tom Wynn along with Ryan Cushball bringing you all the action here from Franklin Field. Swing and a miss as Alec Oland takes a big first goal and comes up empty. AJ gave a couple of inning but was able to get out of it. Now Oland, Alexander Samdex due up for the RedHawks here in the second. Fastball from AJ just mentioned. You know, AJ was popping 94, 95 gun time out here. Looks like he's picked up some new velo here in his starting role, Ryan.
Oh yeah, that's what happens. The Shugo's never not throwing hard, you know. He throws decently hard. I'm not sure, that might have transitioned over very well to the starting.
2-1. And a tapper fouled the plate, 2-2. AJ, a 6-pounder, born in Winter Haven, Florida, but he went to high school at Mountain Vista High in Highlands Ranch, Colorado, before going on to pitch at Central Arizona College. He was a 25th round draft choice of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim back in 2010. That tells you how long ago it is, Ryan. Now they're just the Los Angeles Angels, but when AJ was drafted there, they were the LA Angels of Anaheim, right down the block from Disneyland, I should say. So he's been a professional since 2010. Second year with the Milkmen in 2020, as we talked about, he was used exclusively in relief, 28 appearances, one save, a 1.03 ERA in 26 and a third innings. And this year, 4-4 with a 3.38 ERA, 20 appearances but 9 starts, 53 and a third innings. And again, he has just been outstanding for the Milkmen. Foul back. And you know, it's still interesting, Ryan, when you look at our pitching staff from a couple years ago. Yourself, AJ, Smith, Anthony Bender, who jumped all the way to the big leagues with the Marlins beginning last year.
Oh yeah.
Boy, I'll tell you, we had some depth on that in that pitching staff.
Well, that was a very deep team. You had Ray and the one, and then, you know, our starters, you know, Henderson Alvarez, Drew Hutchinson, you know, a lot of big leaguers. So it was,
David Holmberg.
Yeah, David Holmberg. It was a fun year.
Popped up right field side, giving chase, and going to be out of the reach of Will Kenger, along with Miguel Gomez, the second baseman, Carl Chester, all converging there.
You know, Shugo throws a lot of strikes, so it's a good you know, being converted to a starter. You know, I did the same thing. I've been a reliever for a long time, and as you get older, the velo's not there anymore, or it doesn't have as much life, but you still throw a lot of strikes and you don't walk very many guys. So you're the guy who uses the defense, and you can go deep. You can go 6-7 innings and count, all that good stuff. And then you know, obviously the average fastball is like 95 in the big leagues.
One hit, just past the second baseman, Gomez. That ball was hit like a laser. Gomez stepped back and was able to get a piece of it, but it trickled into right field. So that'll be a base hit for Alec Oland. Oland played 21 of his 78 games with the RedHawks during the regular season. He had started the year with the Gary South Shore Railcats. Veteran out of Purdue. He's always been a pretty solid player, offensively. Hit 245 during the regular season with 2 homers, 23 driven in. So he's got the third hit of the night for the RedHawks, and that'll bring up the number 7 hitter, Evan Alexander. The RedHawks center fielder takes a first pitch for Alexander with a 727 OPS, 4 homers, 33 driven in for the Texas native. Good cut, and he fouls it back. Alexander took over as the regular center fielder for the RedHawks about a month into the season, and he really solidified that spot in center field for Fargo-Moorhead. In the playoffs, he's been pretty productive as well, offensively hitting .333, 6 for 18, no homers, 2 RBIs. Fouls this one off, out of play to the left. 0-2 with Sam Dexter, the shortstop, waiting on deck. Picturesque sky here with the clouds and a little bit of blue showing through right now. Nice setting here for a ball game at Franklin Field. Here it is. Just misses outside. Sanchez put the glove there. JJ put it right there, but it was a bit outside the strike zone. Generally speaking, Ryan, this is a pretty nice ballpark to play in, would you say?
Honestly, this is probably the best ball to play in the league, to be honest. So if you ever get a chance to come to a game, you should, because this is a great atmosphere.
Swing and a miss. Oh,
change up.
Speed. And he had Alexander out in front.
Start.
Second strikeout for Jay. Now extra. Sam in his second year with the RedHawks. Third year, excuse me, after playing here in 2019 with the Milkmen, the regular staff. 66 with 9 homers, 57 driven in during the regular season. Big swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. And of course, Ryan, you know, he's turned into be a pretty solid offensive, having a great postseason, 3 for 22. But with his defense, any offense he gives you really is basically just a bonus.
Oh yeah, and you still gotta, you gotta be true to him as a hitter too, because he's a good hitter.
Native of his college baseball at the University of Southern Maine before getting drafted by the Chicago White Sox organization. But yeah, solid two-way player. And you make a mistake against this guy, he can bop one out on you, throw it to first base, and the runner's back. You know, talking about the other ballparks around the league, Ryan, what would be your favorite, let's say, aside from field? What's another ballpark maybe that you thought was...
Well, it's no longer here, but I loved playing at Wichita at the old...
Lawrence Dumont Stadium.
Yeah, Lawrence Dumont.
Yeah, they got a new ballpark now there to replace it. Dexter hits this one toward left center. Brian Torres coming over, and he makes the catch. Nice running catch by Brian Torres. Out.
That was a difficult catch. He got on the
sinking line drive from Stern. Torres. You know, Brian was primarily an infielder at the year, second base, and then got shifted to center field on basis Gomez, but boy, Brian has been outstanding out there.
He's got good speed, and he's making good routes out there. He's breaking on the ball very well.
So here's C squared, Christian Correa. Christian hitting just .199 during the regular campaign with a .568 OPS, 3 homers, 34 driven in. Again, with Christian, outstanding defensive catcher. Typically, he'll give you more offense, but again, he's really just one of the premier defensive catchers in this league. There goes the runner. The pitch is down low, throw to second base, and it will be in time as Hector Sanchez guns down Alec Oland to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the second. It's still Milwaukee 2, Fargo-Moorhead nothing. This is the American Association Championship Series on AA Baseball TV.
Let's give them a practice round here first. Their partner
Bottom of the second, Milkmen leading it 2-0 as the first pitch from Kevin McGovern is a breaking ball low and inside to Carl Chester. Chester and Jeremiah Burks. And then top of the order, Brian Torres due up against the Fargo-Moorhead southpaw here in Milkman for a pair of runs on 2 hits in the first inning. Chopper left side, charging Pena, picks, throws, and he got him on a nice reach by Manny Boscan at first base. 1 out as Chester goes out 5-3. Having a going here in the postseason. Now 2 for 18. Milkman as a team are only hitting 199 thus far in the playoffs in the 5 previous games. But again, their pitching and defense have been superb. So the old adage, Ryan, if your pitching and defense are going well, all you need is just enough offensively to.
That's what wins championships. Defense and then pitching, and then obviously you just need a few runs.
Here's Jeremiah Burks, the shortstop. Looks at that pitch down low to even the count at 1-1. Jeremiah is having a defensively in the playoffs, just 14-1 average. Has drawn a couple of walks.
Looks like McGovern's throwing his off speed, and this is the bottom of the order. So, different game plan.
Hit to right field. And John Silviano moves over to make the catch.
Seems to be working thus far. As a hitter, you gotta notice that. Now you got the top of the order coming up here. As I've seen here, the last few hitters, last 3 or 4 hitters have been starting off with off-speed breaking ball. So changes your thought process and game plan and at the dish.
A lot of experience with McGovern, right? He's got that savvy, I'm sure, that enables him to work the game that he wants to most of the time.
Now he's trying to quick pitch. He's at the top of the order, and we've had Torres call time twice while McGovern's trying to quick pitch here.
All right, Brian back in there. Third baseman Pena playing in case Torres attempts to lay one down, but he hits this one right back up the middle, base hit. So Brian Torres with a solid single to center. Third hit of the night for the Milkmen. Now maybe they'll get Brian going a little bit. Again, the league's leading hitter at 374 during the regular season, but in the postseason, he was just 4 for 18, 222 coming in. So now 1 for 2 tonight. And a runner at first with 2 down for Logan Trowbridge. Logan got the Milkmen on the board with a solo home run back in the first inning. So hopefully that is a good omen for his offensive capabilities in this series. Logan having a pretty good postseason. He is now 7 for 19 with a homer and 5 RBIs. Torres, pretty good speed at first base. Pitch is low and away, 1-0.
It looks like Trowbridge is going to have a good championship series. He's wearing those slick white J's, and he's looking good at the plate. And when he looks good and feels good, he's going to play good.
All right, you can put that one down, fans. A bit low, 2-0. Well, Logan's got pretty good speed anyway, but I have to agree, wearing the white shoes definitely makes him look even faster. Lights just coming on here at Franklin Field. Really aren't going to take full effect for another while or so. Tap foul at the plate. And the count to Lotro now 2-1. But, you know, talking about Logan, what a player, Ryan. Can play anywhere defensively, although he certainly has established himself as third baseman, maybe the best third baseman in the league. But versatile player, will still give you consistent offensive production from any position as well.
He's a guy you want on your team.
Outside, 3-1.
He's just an all-around good player. He's going to make plays for you on the infield. He's just good at bats, and just a good dude. Beyond baseball, he's just a fun guy to hang out with.
Yeah, he was a great acquisition for the Milkmen when they picked him up prior to the 2020 season. Fouls that one out of play, so the count is full. So with 2 down, it'll be traveling time for Brian Torres at first base. So if Tro can hit one down the line or in the gap, probably a good chance to score Torres in this situation. First baseman Boscan is still going to hold him there. There he goes. Strike 3 called. McGovern catches the outside corner with the breaking ball, and that retires the side as Kevin McGovern records his second strikeout of the night. No runs with a hit. Airs left out. Still Milwaukee, Fargo-Moorhead. This is the American Association Championship Series on AA Baseball TV. Correa will lead on the top of the still leading it 2-0. Christian was at bat when Alec Oland was caught stealing 2-4 to end the second inning. And so now Christian still up. to third. Trowbridge with the time gets him. One out. Good pitch that time by A.J. Schugel. Got in on the hands of. And even though Christian is an immensely strong player, not much he could really do with that one.
And what was great about that was he missed there, be out, and one pitch.
One pitch. Got to like the efficiency.
He was trying to go away. Where that up. Got the ball in, coming out. One pitch, one out.
Top of the order for the RedHawks. Here's Peter Maris, the second baseman. Peter had a single his first time up, and he looks outside for a ball. Go over to Soldi yet and hit a few balls?
I've been over there to haven't had it yet. Got a big backyard for that.
Yep.
Dirt down the road.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I was going to say, Ryan, on a night could almost take a little jog from where you live up here to the ballpark.
Oh, 100%. It's a great location, and it's nice. Everything that's being built here.
Swing and a miss. Maris a bit late on that one. 1-2.
Throwing the cambio. Pull the string, Schugel.
Drew ready as A.J. Schugel prepares to deliver the next pitch to Peter Maris. Chop foul to the right side. So he stays alive. It's 1-2. Game 2 of this series will take place right back here tomorrow at 1 p.m. And after travel day on Monday in Fargo with Game 3 Tuesday night at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Popped up wide. Going in the line, a step. He makes the 2 out. So Maris fouls out to the third. Logan. That will bring the DH. Drew 0 for 1 with a fly out to left. Almost got one out of here back in the first inning. AJ has now retired the last 4 that he has faced.
$10 says that Trowbridge gets the out here.
Well, of course, we're not allowed to bet on here, Ryan.
That's monopoly money. Come on.
But
I know this. Follow the rules.
Milkman shifted a bit defensively. They still have 2 to the left side of the base, but the shortstop Burks is up the middle, and Trowbridge playing where a shortstop might play.
Schugel executes a changeup here. Trowbridge gets the out, and that'll be 3 outs by Trowbridge.
Yep, he's.
I'm no Tony Romo, but in the booth, but I can predict a thing or two here every once in a while.
There's 2-1. Well, this is a tough customer at the plate. I believe you had a chance to face him back in 2020, if I recall accurately, Ryan. Don't want to make a mistake with this guy.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I've given up at least 5 home runs to this guy. Just got to execute a pitch. Right here. Change up. Oh.
Just got a piece of it to foul it back.
There, next pitch, change up, down and away. He's going to slap it to Trowbridge. Happens.
I think there's a good chance of it happening. If you're calling it, I'm going with it, Ryan.
All right, let's do this.
2-2.
Oh, he can't. Oh,
pops
come
up.
on, Tro.
Foul territory. Trowbridge coming over and just ran out of room.
You stick with that changeup right there. You just got to execute it right there, down and away, into the strike zone, and out of the strike zone. They are playing the shift. He is a pole hitter. His last out was to the left center field, right? So he executed a pitch. It was just up, right? We don't want to leave that ball up to a guy like this because he can hit the whole field.
Out of Leedy, Oklahoma. Attended Leedy High School, 3rd round draft choice of the Nationals back in 2013. He's in his 2nd stint with the RedHawks. Played last year in the Detroit Station with the Eastern League. The Seawolves, the pitch. Oh, Wow, just missing there. As you saw, Hector Sanchez had already taken a couple steps toward the dugout, and so had a few of the other Milkmen.
I don't think he was ready for that. The umpire sees the ball in one spot over. Just like the hitter, I don't think he expected it coming either.
Full count now to Ward, trying to keep it alive for Leo Payne. Swing, and comes right back and blows it past him to strike out Ward and retire the side. Boy, big time comeback by.
You would have got 10 Monopoly dollars right there, man. You would take me on that.
3 up, 3 down for the RedHawks. We go to the bottom of the third. It's still Milwaukee 2, Fargo-Moorhead nothing. This is the American Association Championship Series on AA Baseball TV. Wilkinder leads it off for the Milkmen here in the bottom of the third. Milwaukee leading 2-0 over the Fargo-Moorhead RedHawks. Fly ball hit to right center, but it's going to stay in the yard. And go down. There's one out. Will pretty well. Wind really not helping it. Wind is blowing out toward left field. That one hit toward right center. And Silviano able to take both the center fielder were there. So one officially, he was hit by a pitch and scored a run back in the first inning. Milkman getting both their runs in the bottom of the first. Here's the Barn number 1 pitch down low. They almost have 4 on the right of second. Not as pronounced as they could. Ryan, that as the pitches obviously you see the 3 guys shifted one side or the other depending who's hitting, but that 4th guy usually covering a little more space over there on the other side, and third baseman Pena is practically right by second base. Here's a fly ball hit to center. Alexander coming on, he'll make the catch. 2 out. 2 up, 2 down, and a couple of fly balls to the outfield. And that'll bring up Miguel Gomez. Miguel is 0 for 1, but he drove in a run with a fielder's choice his first time up.
6 or 7 straight breaking balls, first pitch, I believe. You know, and ever since he gave up those 2 quick runs, you know, he's pitching backwards. You know, we as a team have to notice that. And there's another one. I think that's 8 straight. So as a hitting staff, we need to see that and make an adjustment towards that.
There's a pitch. And that evens the count at 1 apiece. If Miguel gets on, Aaron Hill would be next. Yeah, a little cloudy here tonight, but the temperature is beautiful for this game. Ground ball back
Through.
up the middle, and it's going to be a base hit deflecting off the glove of the diving shortstop, Sam Dexter. Even if Sam comes up with that one, I'm not sure he's going to be able to get up and throw out Gomez. So Miguel with a base hit. He is 1 for 2 tonight. That is base hit number 4 for the Milkmen. Now Aaron Hill. Drew a walk his first. So let's see if he might be able to keep it going here. University of R. And in the strike. In H 2.0. Gomez, not a tremendous base stealer. He had 1 in 1 attempt during the regular season. Check swing foul, going to be out of play. As Aaron there, thing in 2.
Runner in a while, and Hill got 2 straight fastballs here. So he knew, thought off speed was coming. Baseball's hard.
Upstairs. Yeah, and it's, you know, again, I always go back to Ryan, my experience as a high school or, you know, lower level college player and how difficult it was to hit, I thought. And I can't even time, you know, it is extremely difficult. Tapper, that's a foul ball. Fields it. Third base coach and manager Anthony Barone. Anthony's done a great job here since taking over as the manager following the first season. He was the third base coach during Milkman's inaugural campaign of 2019 and then became the manager in 2020. How'd you like playing for Anthony?
It's good. He play ball. He's got a lot of guys out there, and he just lets them play because we all have the ability to do great things.
Bouncer, Pena got it, throw to first, and that will take care of Hill and the Milkmen here in the third. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on. We go to the fourth. It is still Milwaukee 2, Fargo-Moorhead nothing. This is the American Series baseball. And the first pitch of the fourth inning is wrapped on the ground short. Jeremiah Burks makes the play for Milwaukee. 1 up and 1. So Leo Pena on the. And it seems like, Ron, last couple innings, the RedHawks also trying to be aggressive here early in the count. You know, AJ's throwing strikes, and so they figure they might as well go up there swinging.
Yep. It's usually the first usually on there, so these two game is got to keep it that way.
Milkmen getting both their runs in the first inning as John Silviano, the right fielder, stands in. Silviano, the cleanup man, 1 for 1 with a single to center. His Schugel coming back with the next pitch, swing and a miss. Chased one upstairs, and again AJ at 95 on that gun. Yeah, I think he's found a little velo in that right arm since getting back into the starting rotation here. The 0-2 outside as Silviano able to lay off. You got Manny Boscan waiting to hit next. Nobody on, 1 out. Top of the thing. AJ Schugel working on a string of 6 straight retires. Facing the dangerous John Silviano. Down low. And of course, dangerous as a hitter. I'm sure John is probably a.
No, not John. No. He likes fastballs up. As you could see, he swung the first 2 pitches, I think, were up at his eyes. So that's where I would get him.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He went downstairs to get him. And strikeout for Silviano. That's number 3 for AJ. He still has not walked anybody. And in fact, in the postseason now, AJ, in a total of 15 and a third innings, Ryan, no walks, 14 strikeouts. So that is certainly the master of efficiency there.
And that's effective. They know that. And that's why they're coming out swinging. He's throwing in the strike zone. He gets to use that to his advantage.
Manny Boscan. And he fights that one off. It's going to go foul on the third base side. Manny 0 for 1 with a ground out to Wilkinger at first base. That ended the first inning when the RedHawks had 2 on and 2 down. And AJ doing a good job to get Boscan to ground out to retire the side. So Schugel has time.
Oh.
Just missed with that one. And AJ wants a new ball.
And that's just, Schugel's way of telling him that, it wasn't the ball's fault. If you do get what I'm saying there.
I get what you're saying. JJ January calling balls and strikes tonight. 4-man umpiring crew during the regular season. On a play to the left.
Schugel's pitched very well. He's in and out, and he's got that great changeup to work off of, and he even bringing that ball up, and as a pitcher to be effective, in, out, up, and down. You establish a strike zone, and then once they know you're throwing strikes, now you can do whatever you want.
1-2 to Manny Boscan as swing and a miss.
Cambio.
Chased one outside on the changeup, and that retires the side. AJ Schugel, 2 more strikeouts in the inning. AJ with a total of 5 now on the night, and he puts him down second straight inning. He has retired the last 8 that he has faced. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still the Milkmen 2, the RedHawks nothing. This is the Miles Wolff Cup Championship Series on AA Baseball TV. Milkmen still leading 2-0 as they come to bat here in the bottom of the fourth inning, and it will be 7, 8, 9 due up against the southpaw Kevin McGovern. Milwaukee touching him up for 2 runs on 2 hits in the first inning. McGovern has settled down and been able to keep it right there as Hector Sanchez, the switch hitting catcher, looks at a ball to make it 1-0. Ball on a first time on a inside fastball. Carl Chester, Jeremiah Burks waiting to follow, and now the catcher Christian Correa going to go out and talk with McGovern. It's kind of interesting, Ryan, because it's not like you got a runner on base or runner at second base, and you know those guys are just sitting in the dugout there. But apparently something that Correa or McGovern wanted to talk about.
Well, I mean, McGovern was throwing backwards, so his sequence is probably changing here. So he started off with a fastball there. Maybe that's not what he wanted to do. You know, so now they're coming up with a different game plan here. Just want to get on the same page so the game don't get out of control and, you know, we won't get the first guy on.
All right. Conference over. Hector back. Popped up behind the plate near the first base dugout. Going to go out of play. And the count is 1-1. Speaking of the Brewers and the Yankees, let's see if we can score. A lot of fans are in the game as well as this one. And 3-0 Brewers, bottom of the third. So Milwaukee off to a good start. Big win last night, coming from behind to beat the Yanks. Change curve and a beauty there. And it's 1-2 to Sanchez.
Burns mixing very well. So he's keeping the hitters on their toes right now.
Kevin facing the Milkmen for the 3rd time this year. Just missing there. It's 2-2. First time out against the Milkmen was in Fargo. He had no decision in 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, none of those earned, with 3 walks and 6 Ks. And then he came back here to pitch against the Milkmen on June 4th, picked up the win in a 12-2 victory.
Get
this
over.
one looped over the shortstop Dexter's head for a base hit. Just enough to get it up over Dexter's head, and Sanchez aboard with a lead 2 tonight. And now 4 for 9 season. A couple of playoff home runs, which have been huge. Boy, he really closed the regular season on fire for the Milkmen, as Hector, in his last 10 games during the regular season, ended up hitting .514. 19 for 35 during that span with 3 homers, 10 runs. Carl Chester fouls that one attempt.
Debo getting the ball at first. Know his brother very well.
Yeah.
With the White Sox.
Yeah, he's been there a long time. During one staff. Well, what a baseball family between Daryl and DJ out of Cincinnati, Ohio. They're probably Bengals fans, but we won't hold that against them. Well,
I know Joey B, man.
Yeah, it was a great year last year, though, I'm sure. Right of play. So Kyle Chester was college in Miami. He's a Florida native out of Altamonte Springs, which is near Orlando. One of his distinct years was Milkman reliever Frankie Bartow. Those guys were teammates with the Hurricanes for a couple years. Frankie, a Miami native who played for the Hurricanes. They've been enjoying this part of the off season. It's good for a base hit. Carl Chester able to loop one into right center. And now nobody out here in the fourth inning.
Now it's interesting to see McGovern on the mound. He is also a pitching coach. I see it's, this playoff championship game, I'm looking towards the bullpen because those last two hitters, it didn't look at his best stuff. It's interesting that who has the ball and gets warmed up in situations like this.
RedHawks definitely looking for the bunt here as Burks will square.
Oh, he got hit.
And it hit him.
They're saying he...
And I think, was McGovern trying to say that he missed at the bunt attempt first before it hit him?
Yeah, they're saying that he attempted, which can happen.
Yeah.
Like a swing and a hit. Like you swing and you get hit by the ball.
But
so
they're not going to get the call this time.
But like I said, here we go. We have bases loaded, no outs. These first three hitters that I seen McGovern pitch, again, it doesn't look like he has his best stuff right now. So in a game like this, it's important, It looks like we got a guy warming up in the bullpen. So there we go. So I'm not sure who it is yet.
Started some action. Looks like a right-hander down in the bullpen to their dugout on the side. Friends, the bench coach, comes out to have a conference. And, of course, again, as you pointed out, Ryan, Kevin McGovern is actually the pitching coach for the RedHawks. And so maybe Anthony just goes out there and says, well, Kev, what would you say?
That's interesting. I mean, it's honestly like just thinking about it. I was like, if I'm pitching and I'm the pitching coach, what do you do here? You don't want to pull yourself. You don't want to get a guy warmed up. You hopefully end your game one start. You want to, so it's a very interesting situation because if it's bases loaded for me, I'm staying out there. I'm striking out the side or something. He doesn't his best stuff right. Is coming up right now. He just hit the 9-hole hitter. So this is a dangerous situation for Fargo.
Second hitter that McGovern has plunked today. He hit Will Kenger in the first inning. Kenger eventually came around to score. Now Torres, and he grounds it left side. Dexter backhand. He'll go to the plate, and it's in time to get Hector Sanchez. Throw back to third, but the runner is back in there. So it'll be a fielder's choice for Brian Torres. The play goes 6-2 at the plate to get Sanchez. Nice play there by Dexter. Chester moves up to third. Burks goes to second. Bases are still full of Milkmen, but now there's one out. And here's Logan Trowbridge. Well, Lotro already with a home run tonight. He could definitely push the advantage for the Milkmen here if he can deliver a hit. 2-0 here in the fourth. Next swing bouncer, and that's for Trowbridge in the Milkman.
I get being aggressive here. His base is loaded. And you want to get some runs in. Looks like we got a little rain coming down right now as well.
Forecast said it was supposed to hold off for a while, but
the weatherman's never right, man. You know this. Meteorologists don't know crud. Here we go. Come on.
1-1 to Trowbridge.
Is it enough?
It's a little pop-up on the infield. Dexter, the shortstop, goes back. He makes the catch. Everybody's going to hold to out for Kevin McGovern and the RedHawks. And now it's going to be up to Will Kenger to try to salvage the inning for the Milkmen with 2 down and the bases loaded. Well, Will hit it well last time out to right center field. He's 0 for 1, is also scored.
Now these are the situations you want to be in, though. This base is loaded, and you want 2 out hitter, clutch hitters right now. So here we go. Let's see if Will can get it done.
Milkman leading at all bases.
There it is.
Just hit in the right center. That's going to
bring it 2.
This is going to score 2.
Oh, he bobbled the ball
in right field. And
he's
they're going to
waving
try
him
to score the runner for first. Here's the relay. He's going to be
safe.
Safe. Oh, great hustle there by Brian Torres.
Big time
Coming
Will.
all the way around to score. And Milwaukee leads it 5-0. Will Kenger with a huge 2-out base hit. Check it out on the replay. And I think it was Silviano who bobbled the ball coming across from right field to cut it off. And by the time he recovered and eventually the relay home, Torres was able to beat it. Great hustle by Brian Torres. Good send by the manager, Anthony Barone, at third base. And a huge, huge 2-out hit for Ranger.
Keon almost hit the ball to the moon. Well, at least he took a swing like he was going to hit it 700 feet right there. And that ball would have went so. That got really far.
He has had a couple of monster home runs this season. Hit one at Impact Field, where, of course, we know he doesn't.
Oh, no, not at all. No.
But he pulled on top of that parking structure out there.
Just
right
a few times. Not me, but the people, you know.
But, yeah, he's launched one out near concession number 2.
I believe it. He's there. What did he hit, like runs a couple of years ago?
31 with the
Chicago.
Dogs in 2019, which was the league record until ABW2 hit 33 last season.
Who's killing it in Japan, by the way.
20 HRs this year, playing for the Tokyo Giants. Swing and a miss.
Ivan McGovern, he's a little upset here, so he's pumping up the fastball with a little bit more life on it. But she pumped it up a little bit versus
Milkman and back and back. 2 down and 2 to Keon, who's 1 for 2 tonight. Outside of the breaking ball as Barnum lays off of it. Well, what a clutch hit, though, by Kinger. Right when McGovern bases loaded, nobody out jam with no damage. And
tell you got to be careful with 2 outs. It's clutch hitting in playoffs. That's where it's at. That's where hitters.
Bouncing ball right side as the second baseman Maris in short right field makes the play, and that retires Barnum and the Milkmen here fourth. But Milwaukee rallies for 3. One of those they do of 3 base hits. There was 1 error and 1 man left on. We go to the 5th. It's now the Milkmen 5, the RedHawks nothing. This is the American Association Championship Series on AA Baseball TV. A.J. Schugel now with a 5-run cushion to work with as we start the fifth inning. Milkmen up 5-0 over the FM RedHawks as we begin the top of the fifth inning. As the veteran right-hander comes down with the first pitch, it's in there for a strike to Alec Olin. Alec, the left fielder, 1 for 1, I should say. Single to right was eventually caught stealing back in the second inning. Former Gary South Shore Railcat. And he pops it up to the right of home plate. Sanchez, the catcher, going over, and he reaches back to make the catch as he's fallen down. Boy, those pop-ups for the catchers, so difficult, and Hector doing a great job to stay with that one and haul it in, 1 out.
Well, that's not his ball. That's Will's ball, but Hector's a hell of a player. He can play like that. Stand back, too, if I would let him.
Hector also made the putouts on the final outs of the game against Cleburne this past Wednesday, the series clinching game for the Milkmen. A pop foul behind home plate to seal the verdict in a 2-1 Milkmen victory. Pitch missing. Center fielder Evan hitting the number 7 hole tonight, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. AJ Schugel has retired the last 9 that he has faced. And it's 2-0 now to Alexander. Sam Dexter waiting on deck. Big 3-run rally for the Milkmen in the fourth to pump up their advantage to 5-0. Swing and a miss. Challenging Alexander on that 2-0 pitch. Put it in a good spot though. Side corner. And miss. Light rain still coming down here at Franklin Field.
Oh, we gotta have that.
Just missing on the next delivery, and it's 3-1. Boy, at times JJ January's had kind of a conservative strike zone here tonight.
Sometimes I wonder. You know, I just wonder.
Here it is. 3
93 on the gun.
Yeah, AJ's he's had it going here, especially in the postseason.
He's got a 5-0 lead right here, so he's got a dice.
Away. As prepares to deliver. Foul back, so the count's 3-2. Well, we'll see. Hopefully, the rain Ryan between now and remember, Pack playing against the Bears at Lambeau Field, so plenty of opportunity for the fans to come out and check out Game 2 of the championship series. Popped up foul left side and out of play. So the Milkmen playing championship series and defeated the Sioux Falls Canadiens in 7 postseason in 2024 games to 1. The RedHawks are back in the championship series for the second straight year. They played Kansas City last year when they were representing separate divisions, and the Monarchs swept them in the finals 3-0. But no question, the RedHawks on a mission to try to title this side. That's a solid lineup they got. No question.
Yeah, that was a solid team that they beat. Kansas City's a tough team. So, you know, seeing that, you know, they are
always been a solid organization in this league, the RedHawks. Good franchise up there in Fargo. Another 3-2. And this one hit to center field, and it's drop in there. Boy, good battle by Lander. Several pitches, and then finally was able to drop one into center field. So a 1-out single for Evan Alexander. 4th hit of the night for the RedHawks, and a string of in a row by AJ Schugel.
And I get that. You know, I think he fought off 3 or 4 balls there that were fouled off. And Schugel didn't want to walk him, obviously. He was challenging him. You know, you got that 5-0 lead. you know, here it is. See what you can do. And then we get ahead right here and start all over.
Shortly as the in there for a strike. Boy, I'll tell you, AJ, his command has just been superb here, especially during these plays. We've got a ways to go in this one. Top of the fifth, 1 on, 1 out. Milkmen leading it 5-0 as this one hit left side and it's through for a base hit past the diving glove of Trowbridge. Sexter pulls to left, and the RedHawks now with 2 on, 1 down after the back-to-back singles by Aller and now here's Correa. His average this year not great at 199, but of course we've seen this guy up close and personal, Ryan. He has just this has a home run in this postseason, had a big 2-run homer at Kansas City the other night. He can take it out of anywhere, so I'm sure AJ is going to be careful with him. Well, the throw to second base is not going to be in time, so Sanchez trying to get there's no way he Alexander.
I mean, first pitch, that was a double steal. So, runner doesn't score.
Well, the other thing about Correa is if he hits it on the ground to
100%.
So
you just got to execute the pitch right here and stay in. Keep it on the left side of the field. We want to sweep it over bridge side so we keep that run home.
In his back.
Field.
Correa pops it up.
Trowbridge.
And Trowbridge will make the catch.
Side of the field.
Boy, Christian very disappointed with himself. Had a good pitch to hit there and just missed it. And
well, that's okay. He's a team.
It's okay.
We're okay with him getting out.
I'm sure he'll understand that we're only evaluating it objective stances here. Now we love Christian otherwise, but
don't get me wrong. But I love seeing him get out. He's on the other team.
Great chance for AJ now to maybe get out of this against another tough hitter, Peter Maris. 1 for 2 today, and he just misses on the outside corner.
What do we got? This is our leadoff.
Top of the
All right, so you look at this situation. You got Ward on deck, so you don't really want to play around with Maris here. You want to get this guy out. You want to challenge him with first base open. You don't want him to get there.
And he hits this one to left field. Aaron Hill going back in front of the track. He's got it. And that retires the side. So AJ able to get out of it without any damage. Runs. There's 2 men left. Bottom of the still Milwaukee 5. Fargo-Moorhead nothing. This is the American Championship Series. A baseball. Bottom of the fifth. Milkmen still leading at 5-0 as they come up against a new pitcher. It'll be the right-hander Trevor Sims taking over for the starter Kevin McGovern. So Kevin goes 4 innings tonight, allowing 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. No walks, 2 strikeouts. Oh, excuse me, 1 walk with 2 strikeouts, and he hit 2 batters, both whom subsequently scored.
Go ball.
Here's a ball and off the wall. And it's going to be a long leadoff single for Miguel Gomez. So Miguel, with his second hit of the night, he's now 2 for 3, just missing a home run off the Terrapin Terrace in right field, which would have been his 4th of the postseason. But as it turns out, it's a long. Greets Trevor Sims with a long hit, the 8th base knock of the night for the Milkmen, and that'll bring up Aaron Hill. Yeah, I was talking the air with the rings. Ryan Cushball had at least a couple in his storied professional career, and he's wearing the Milkman 20 upstairs. Ryan, in your professional career, how many rings?
4 or 5, I think. I just got one this last winter in the Dominican Republic, and I went to the World Series, played with Robinson Cano and all those big guys.
Caribbean World Series?
Caribbean World Series, yeah. I get to represent the Dominican this last year.
Oh, nice.
Santo Domingo. Oh.
So the home team.
We were the home team in both, but we came up runners up to Colombia. Colombia just they got it done. Like I said, any given day, you don't. We had the names. We had Cano, we had Azuna, we had Siri, we had the names, and still got second place.
Had you played in the Caribbean Series prior to that?
I did. This was my 3rd Caribbean World Series.
I've seen it on video. It just looks like a tremendous atmosphere as pitch taken for a strike.
Oh, yeah. Yep, and depending on what teams you play, I mean, a lot of the teams draw very well. Mexico brings a lot of their fans. Venezuela drew very well because Magallanes won this year for their country, and they have a really good fan base. So it was a good experience. I retired, and then I came unretired.
Big swing and a foul back by Aaron Hill. Aaron is 0 for 1 with a walk. Second, when leading 5-0 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Hilly is due. It's due. This is one of my favorite players to play with right here, Aaron Hill.
Well, not only Aaron a good ball player, can play infield, outfield, pretty solid hitter, but got to like his personality too. Always a very positive guy.
Always. You don't ever see him upset. Good hat.
Foul back, so it stays at 2-2. But yeah, Aaron coming to the team in 2020, which was your first year with the Milkmen, and we've been fortunate to hang on to him since that time.
Fortunate, unfortunate. There have been some times where he should have, signed a pro contract. And he's definitely good enough to play pro ball, affiliated ball, yes.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Waiting to see him, get that opportunity. So I'm really hoping, if not, it wasn't this year, this next year, he really, turns it on and gets that opportunity and that chance to, show the world what he's capable of doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Trevor Sims now going to talk with Christian Correa at the runner base of the game, and I'm sure going to make sure in sync here. Game 2 tomorrow at 1 p.m. So a quick turnaround, I guess you could say, from a player and broadcasting perspective.
Man, I gotta go to sleep early tonight.
but a quicker turnaround from a player perspective.
Oh
for sure,
yeah, of course. Set your fantasy football lineups.
Don't want to miss.
Don't want to miss.
Fouls it out of play down the right side.
Make sure, you know, if that guy's injured, you know, you don't want to.
Got to make sure.
Got to make sure that lineup's set.
How's your fantasy team or teams?
I don't have one.
No?
Nope.
So now you're retired, but you don't have a fantasy team?
I'm just enjoying the backyard. I got a nice backyard with a hammock, and I got deer running around and turkeys and every wild animal. And
oh, spectacular.
It's great. I just sit back there and shoot BB guns at them. Oof.
Fastball at 95 just misses from Trevor Sims.
Oh.
6'4", 245-pounder. Well, Milkman did the job to knock out Kevin McGovern. Let's see if they can keep the offensive mojo going here against Trevor Sims. Going to miss. And Aaron Hill down on strikes. Third strikeout for RedHawks pitching tonight. So Gomez still at second base, one out, and that'll bring up Hector Sanchez. Hector, he had a single left center his last time up and was eventually forced out at the plate 6-2. Switch hitter batting from the left-hand side. And a breaking ball inside. So the first time Hector comes up as a left-hand swinger after batting right-handed against the
danger left Sanchez. He's got me a couple times. A couple of runs against me. So I mean, that's not very uncommon, you know. Like, apparently,
well, as I like to say, Ryan, you know, if you give up some home runs, as long as they're solo shots, you can work around that.
Only as a starter. As a reliever, you ain't getting me.
Swinging a foul tip into the Correa, and it's 1-2 to Sanchez with Carl Chester hit next. So this would be huge from a Milkman perspective if they could hang this. Coming right back here for game 2 tomorrow. Remember, it's 2 here in Milwaukee and then all the rest of the series in Fargo. Fastball outside. Trevor Sims during the regular season, 3-6 with a 5.79 ERA. He started the year with the Cleburne Railroaders before getting acquired from the RedHawks. Pitched 8 of his 27 games with the RedHawks as this one gets back to the screen, and Hector Sanchez is going to have to dust off some of the artificial filling on his uniform there. The count is full.
We got here. Who's on deck?
We have Carl Chester ready to hit next. So Sims, a little better with the RedHawks than he was with Cleburne. 3-6, 5.79 overall, but with the RedHawks 1-0 and 3.60. RedHawks are going to bring the infield in. They already trail at 5-0 here in the 5th.
Lift it.
Upstairs, ball 4. So a good plate appearance by Hector Sanchez as he draws the walk.
Sees the ball a lot better from the left side. There we go. This is clutch time.
Second walk given up by RedHawks pitching. So you've got runners at the corners with 1 down. Here's Carl Chester. Carl singled and scored his last time up. That was part of the 3-run rally the Milkmen had in the 4th inning after Milwaukee had scored its initial 2 runs in the 1st. Carl played in 25 games for the Milkmen during the regular season, getting for the road trip to Winnipeg as the pitch is low and outside. And Goldweiss had a pretty good team this year, good hitting team. And they were eliminated in the playoffs by the RedHawks in the first round, 2-1. RedHawks had to come back after losing the playoff opener in Winnipeg to win the next two in Fargo to win that series.
3-game series are tough.
Very tough.
So tough.
And taken for a strike. Good pitch there by Sims. 1-1. Not like a 5-gamer gives you a lot of wiggle room either, but certainly a little more.
A lot better than a 3-game
Yeah.
series, you know, because baseball, man, anybody can win on any given day.
Again, the runners lead at first and third.
And they had a lot of good teams in that. Kansas City, what was it? Fargo and Winnipeg, was it?
Yep.
Man, that was
top three.
Those are 3 solid teams
in the West Division. Two and one to Chester, and he falls off to make it 2-2.
Who was the 4th team? Lincoln.
Lincoln was the 4th team. They got in on the last day after they defeated the Explorers in Sioux City. They had to win 3 out of 4 in Sioux City. Actually lost the series opener, so they had to win 3 in a row to come back and claim that final playoff spot.
Funny story. They called me.
Salt Dogs? Or yeah. How do you like Haymarket Park down there, Lincoln?
No, I don't like that field. It's at University of Nebraska field, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not built for me.
No.
No.
So that curveball just missing high and inside. Full count now to Chester. Sanchez, not a speedy runner at first base, but okay speed for a catcher. I don't know. Let's see. Perhaps maybe send him. Try and get something going.
Get it done. Get it in the air.
The 3-2. Not going. A tapper.
Over. Come on.
Oh, fielded by the pitcher.
Still got a guy.
Only play at first.
Okay.
So they will get Chester at first, but a run scores. So Kyle Chester able to do the job as he's out 1-3, but he'll get credit for an RBI and makes it 6-0. Gomez scoring for third. It's actually a great play by Sims to field that one.
It was a great play. Maybe he only thought he had to play at first base, but you know, in a 5-0 game, you should always runner back. At least look him back. See what you want to see where that runner is at third.
So 6-0 Milkmen, and my in try to check on the. Couldn't do it. It's 0-1. Jeremiah tonight is make that 0 for 1. Fly out to right, and then he was hit by a pitch and eventually scored in the 4th. Check second, and the pitch hit to coming on, and he can't get it. It's going to be an RBI single for Jeremiah Burks.
Broken bat.
Broken bat. Little fly ball to right field. Silviano had a long way to try to come for that one and couldn't quite get there. And Jeremiah with a big 2-out single to drive in the run, of course, with 2 outs. Sanchez. So 2 runs in for the Milkmen here in the bottom of the 5th. They lead it 7-0. You can never get enough run-ins against a team like the RedHawks with their offensive capability. Jeremiah with his first RBI of the postseason. Top of the order, Brian Torres. Well, Jeremiah Burks has proven to be a clutch hitter. Runners in scoring position with 2 outs during the regular season, 310 in those situations with a homer and 11 RBIs. And he comes through right there with a big hit. Fastball outside to Torres, and it's 2-0. And so the Milkmen now with a 7 lead. We're still only in the 5th inning. And the RedHawks, an excellent offensive team. They can score runs in a hurry, so I don't think anybody is lighting up the victory cigar just yet for the Milkmen. RedHawks 279 as a team during the regular season. That was third best in the league. Milkman just a notch above them at 280 as far as team batting average goes. RedHawks 585 runs, Milkman 587 as Torres takes a strike now. It's 3-1. RedHawks with 115 home runs, Milkman 109. Big advantage for the Milkmen. Stolen bases, Milkman at 121, RedHawks only with 82. RedHawks pitching-wise were much better during the regular season, a 4.52 team ERA as opposed to 5.39 for the Milkmen. Swing and a miss, and it's now full count, so Burks will be off and running on this 3-2 pitch with 2 down in the bottom of the 5th. Milkmen fans enjoying this one so far. Got some RedHawk fans here tonight, probably not enjoying it quite as much right now, but hopefully enjoying the night out. Runner goes, and the pitch is hit to center field. Alexander will make the catch, and that takes care of Torres and the Milkmen here in the 5th, but Milwaukee adds 2 more as they do it on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. We go to the 6th. Still Milkmen 7, Hawks. This American Championship Series on AA Baseball TV. RedHawks coming up here in the top of the 7-0 as A.J. Schugel delivers a pitch outside. A.J. has been tremendous so far, shutting down the RedHawks on just 5 hits, while the Milkmen have produced 7 runs on 9 hits against the RedHawks. Swinging a foul back from Drew Ward, and the count 1-1. I thought, Ryan, you made a good point when we were talking off the air a little bit. If the Milkmen could get another inning or 2 out of Jay, that as far as trying to save a bit of wear and tear on their bullpen. And, of course, the RedHawks already used a couple of guys.
They got a
so
new guy coming in next inning, it looks.
Just downstairs.
I don't know if somebody's warming up in the Milkman bullpen or they're just playing catch. I'm not sure yet. But it would be huge for Schugel to get a quick come out, in my opinion.
AJ has gone 6 in each of his first 2 postseason starts. There's a strike to Drew Ward.
And I don't know what Schugel's average pitch count is. He's at pitch. You know, he's primarily a pitcher most of his career, so I'm not sure if he, you know, pushes it to 90 to 100 pitches.
Ward fouls it off,
but he throws strikes, and that's what you need, especially in a 7-0 game. If you can come out there and throw strikes, you know, minimize whatever and keep it at 7-0. I mean, it would be huge just to keep Schugel in the game and not use many arms in the bullpen.
Here's the 2-2 to Ward. He grounds it in. He's got it. And throw to first in plenty of time to take care of Drew Ward. 1 up, 1 down, so good start for AJ here in the 6th.
He'd get through this quick, but, you know, Barone is, you know, he's a big on keeping it the same. So if Schugel's been going 6 innings, you know, this may be his last one. The way it looks with guys warming up in the bullpen, but with Schugel being a veteran, hopefully you ask him if he wants another one and gives him that opportunity.
Leo Pena takes the first pitch for a strike. Boy, AJ just pouring in the strikes as he has throughout the postseason here.
He's not losing velocity, so why not? But I also get it too with, you know, it's a 5-game series. You want to keep him fresh for late in the series if that's the game plan.
So for Milwaukee fans potentially thinking about a road trip to Fargo, what is it, Ryan? About 10 hours maybe?
Oh, who knows? I don't want to think about it. It's too far away. Oh, it's 0-2 count.
Well, I agree. It's not exactly like, you know, going down to King County to play the Cougars.
No, Milwaukee's got the great schedule. You only got Cleburne, Texas to go to. That's like your vacation trip, but then everything else is just commuter.
Mike Fall, change up and a beauty from AJ. He's had a great cambio tonight.
Infielders having a snowball fight out there. They're just having a blast, throwing the ball around, and wanted to get Torres into the action in center field.
So 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th. Pena now 0 for 3 with a couple of Ks tonight. Here's John Silviano, 1 for 2 with a single to center. Okay, even though it is a long road trip from here to Fargo, sounds like it's a nice place to visit.
No, Fargo's great.
Curveball for a strike. So worth it if to take.
No, I would say, you know, if you go check out Fargo, make a trip up to Winnipeg while you're at it. It's right there. You got Canada. It's beautiful up there. I love Fargo. It's a little city.
Outside, great baseball town.
Oh yeah. Is there another team that plays at their stadium? College? I think it's on a college campus.
It's the North Dakota State University Bison.
There you go.
So it's actually their stadium, and they've got to deal with the RedHawks to play a bit. Swing and a miss. Great partnership.
Oh yeah.
Isn't
there some football players that was it Josh Allen that's from North Dakota State?
He's actually from Wyoming. You're thinking of Trey Lance.
Oh, seriously?
And Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Both played for the Bison. Got any of those guys on your fantasy teams? Or if you had fantasy teams?
Well, you know, FanDuel or, you know, playing for Monopoly money.
Strike 3 called. Wow. AJ gets Silviano looking.
Got to keep him in there.
He has been dealing tonight. 3rd time he has put down the RedHawks in order. and give AJ now 7 Ks on the night without any walks.
MVP right now.
Serious postseason MVP consideration. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still Milwaukee 7, Fargo-Moorhead nothing. This is the American Association Championship Series on AA Baseball TV. Logan Trowbridge will lead off for the Milkmen, and he'll be facing a new pitcher for the RedHawks. It's left-hander Brady Stover. Trowbridge, Will Kenger, Keon Barnum, 2, 3, and 4. Manager Anthony Barone's lineup, 7-0 lead for the Milkmen. And the first pitch from Stover is up high, 1-0 to Lotro. Back in the first off Govern. And boy, that was a big one. That seemed to kind of jumpstart the Milwaukee offense and get some momentum there early. Milwaukee went in the first and made it 2-3 more, 2 more in the 5th. So it's 7-0, and now we have a conference at the mound as Christian Correa is going to go out and talk with Stover. Stover making his 3rd postseason appearance, 1 1/3 innings. He's allowed no hits and no runs, 2 walks and 1 strikeout. Actually picked up a victory in one of the earlier games for the RedHawks during the regular season. A bit up and down, 2-2 with a 5.64 ERA in 37 appearances, 52 2/3 innings, allowing 51 hits, 33 earned runs, 47 walks, 53 strikeouts. So obviously he'd like to improve that walk strikeout ratio, as pitch is good for a strike.
Who's it, Stover?
Brady Stover.
You said his walk and strikeouts are pretty even.
Yeah, 47 and 53 during the regular season.
Yeah, he's left-handed too. He can get away with it. That's what's great about being left-handed.
There's a lot of stuff being great about left-handed, except trying to get scissors. That's usually tough. I can tell you from personal experience.
Oh, you're left-handed. That's right. I wasn't burning any left-handers out there. Well, forgot you're over here writing with your left hand. So
No, not at all. Not at all, Ryan. Just tell it like it is.
Scissors. So it's hard to cut with scissors? Is that what
Well,
you're saying?
sometimes, there's not as bad as it used to be. When I remember when I was a kid, they were more pronounced as far as left-handed and right-handed scissors. So,
So you're saying scissors are more of a right-handed.
Generally speaking.
Oh,
yeah.
wow, this is new. This is all new for me.
Generally speaking, yes.
I can't wait to tell people about this tonight.
Low and into
Anything
Logan.
else I need to know?
I'll fill you in some stuff
All
as we keep going here.
Yeah.
So Stover, a 24-year-old out of Des Moines, Iowa, played at South Dakota State University, attended Collins Maxwell High School in Maxwell, Iowa, before going on to pitch for the Jackrabbits of SDSU. Hit foul past Anthony Brown in the third base box. So the count stays full to Logan Trowbridge.
So is AAPB, American Association Professional Baseball?
You got it. You got it.
Wow. See, I just learned another thing. I'm looking at these.
You guys just thought this was called the
notes.
association, right? Those.
I just the AA. Oh, we don't want to get confused. He didn't make it to AA.
Stover with a full count to Trowbridge. And swinging a miss, tied him up inside. And Lotro down on strikes for a second time. You don't see Logan too many multiple strikeout games, but
We'll let it slide. The guy's looking good out there. He's got beautiful white shoes, and you know what? He started this game off hot and got the team started, you know what I mean? So it's all good. He's a day game guy. He'll come out swinging, getting the game going hot tomorrow, too.
so here's Will Kenger. Will, 1 for 2 with a couple RBIs. That was a huge hit with the bases loaded back in the fourth to played a couple, and then an additional error on the play allowed another run to score. So basically cleared the bases with that single to right center field. 0-2 now to the Milkmen first sacker. Stover side 1-2. But yeah, looking back on it, Ryan, that was really a huge sequence, huge base hit by Kenger. Milkman had the bases loaded, nobody out, and it looked like Kevin McGovern might get out of it. He got the next two guys out, but then Kenger coming through with the big hit. It's a high fly ball to right field. Silviano moving up.
He missed it.
And he
dropped
mishandles it. And Kenger's going to be in at second base. Wow, rare misplay by Silviano. John, usually very sure-handed out there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was a big league fly ball. I mean that was hit really high in the air. So
Silviano with his second error of the night. He's usually been a pretty solid right fielder. He used to be a first baseman when he first came to the association. You can probably remember, Ryan, he played with St. Paul. And then the RedHawks acquired him last year, moved him to the outfield. And normally he's been pretty good out there. Pretty good glove, covers some ground. Got a great arm out there.
He said he didn't see it, from what he was saying with his hands. So
Barnum with a shot to first, fielded by Boscan. Manny will take the play unassisted. And Kenger goes to third, so well struck that time by Keon, but nice play by Boscan, the first baseman. 2 down with the runner at third. And here's Miguel Gomez. While Miguel having another good offensive night here in the postseason. He is 2 for 3 with a couple of singles and a run scored and an RBI. Big time acquisition for the Milkmen. Last year, the Milkmen had been trying to sign him before the season actually started. And due to immigration bureaucracy, they were unable to do so. Hard to believe that immigration bureaucracy is even a factor anymore this past year. But nonetheless, Milkman stayed with it and eventually were able to get him cleared. And he
Where's he from?
He is from the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
And boy, I'll tell you, he's been just outstanding. Last played in the big leagues in 2018. That was the last time he had played in Continental North America.
Oh, wow.
Prior to that. So played in the winter leagues for a few years, but yeah, it's been a while since he played during the conventional season here in the U.S. He's in the hole 0-2, but Miguel has really been a key player for Milwaukee and having a great postseason. 0-2 with the runner at third and 2 down. Stover. Now time called as Gomez steps out. Miguel, the
He's still young.
former big leaguer.
Played for Escogido. So I probably played against him a few times.
Who is there you haven't played against,
Yeah,
Ryan?
you're right, yeah.
Swing and a miss as Stover got him on the breaking ball, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on. We go to the 7th. Still Milwaukee at nothing. This is the American Association Championship Series on AA Baseball TV. Left-hander Kyle Huckabee now on the pitch for the Milkmen. So it's a number long call. That's all to the Milkmen bullpen as the southpaw take for the start. Great effort tonight by AJ. 6 innings, 5 hits, no runs, no walks, and 7 strikeouts. And the first man Up against Kyle Huckabee is Manny Boscan. Manny, the first baseman, hitting out of the number 5 slot for RedHawks. 0 for 2 with a ground at the first. Breaking ball outside motion. I think he held up. So it's 1-1. So listen to these numbers here, Ryan, in postseason for A.J. Schugel. 3 starts, 18 innings, 12 hits, just 1 earned run, 1 earned run. No walks, 18 strikeouts, and about a 0.4 ERA. I'd say that's the potential MVP numbers if the Milkmen go on to win this thing.
100%.
Broken bat, and Trowbridge backhand near the bag.
Wow.
Throw to first, got him! Oh, what a play by Lotro.
There's your Logan Trowbridge defense right there. Always depend on Logan Trowbridge at third base. And that was a broken bat, 1 hop egg.
Great play by Lotro. Of course, we've seen him do that many times over the past few seasons, but
he enjoys the highlights. I mean, I just saw him looking up at the board. He loves watching that.
Great play. Manny Bosca, not a slow runner going down that line either. Probably the way he got jammed that made him harder to get going initially, but again, he's got fairly decent speed, so that's a great play there for sure. And that one got away from Kyle Huckabee, and it plunks Oland. And Alec hit by the pitch. He'll go to first. Time he's been on, as he had a single back in the second. Also fouled out to the catcher. So Kyle Huckabee, acquired midseason by the Milkmen from the Lake Country Dockhounds. Overall, during the regular season, 3-1 with a 6.03 ERA, but that ERA total is really pumped up by a couple of tough outings right at the end of the year in that final series against Gary. Other than that, he had performed very well for Milwaukee. In the postseason, this is now his second appearance, 2/3 of an inning, allowing a hit with a walk, but no ERA. As I said, he started the year with the Dockhounds before the Milkmen picked him up in the trade for Dakota. And he has been outstanding for the Milkmen, like I said, until ERA got pumped up a little bit down there in that final series against the Railcats. Did you happen to check out the Dockhounds this year, Ryan, in their new ballpark?
I never got a chance to go out there and check out the Dockhounds. I've been to them a few times. They called them a few times. Who's the coach?
Jim Bennett.
Yeah, Jim Bennett gave me at least 10 phone calls.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. They needed some pitching depth for sure early in the season. Nice ballpark. I would say more pitcher friendly than hitter friendly. Some good demand.
Like the park?
Yeah, I was there one at the ballpark.
See the interstate in the background.
Yes.
Is that is that a bother
or? At least on the night I went to the game, it wasn't. I don't know how it would be. Well, you can see the cars, but you can't really hear them. Now, if you're playing in the outfield out there, that might be that might be a different story. But in the stands, no problem. Breaking ball low and away. 2-1 to Evan Alexander, the center fielder for the RedHawks. Is 1 for 2. He had a single to center last time after putting up a pretty good battle against A.J. Schugel. Milkmen leading it 7-0 here in the top of the 7th. Kyle Huckabee, the Arizona native, whose father was a catcher in the big leagues for parts of 6 different seasons. Pitch upstairs, and it's 3-1, so he comes from a baseball family.
It's Kyle's dad?
Kyle's dad, Ken.
Yeah, okay, I saw his name. Ken Huckabee.
Spent a lot of time in the AL East, if I recall. Toronto, and
6 years.
Who else did he play with? Boston, I believe.
Arizona, Toronto, Texas, Baltimore, Boston.
Inside ball 4. So he played with 3 of the
And he got up at
Eastern teams.
late. He was at 30 years old.
That career.
Legitimate. Looked like probably a good backup catcher, I'm assuming.
Yep. Time called, and Anthony Barone coming out. Milkmen have a right-hander throwing, and that's going to be it for Huckabee. Anthony is not messing around. So Huckabee, after the leadoff man, Boscan, to ground out to third on a great play by Trowbridge, ends up with a hit batsman and a walk to put runners at first and second with 1 out. And Milkmen are going to go to the pen. We'll take a break, come back, and tell you who it is. We're in the top of the 7th. Milwaukee 7, Fargo-Moorhead nothing. This is Milkman Baseball on AA Baseball TV. Another Gruber Law Office's 1 call. That's all to the Milkman bullpen as the veteran right-hander Miles Smith now comes on the pitch for the Milkmen. Third pitcher Milkman in this inning. Kyle Huckabee goes 1/3 of an inning, allowing no hits, but a walk and hit batsman. So Miles Smith will inherit runners at first and second with 1 out. Miles, who has been pitching out of the bullpen in the postseason, 3 2/3 innings in 2 previous games, with a 2.45 ERA. 5 hits, 3 runs, only 1 earned with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. So trying to see if he can quell any potential uprising for the RedHawks right here. And he'll be facing his former teammate Sam Dexter to start off, and a breaking ball, beauty for a strike, 0-1. So Ryan, here we got Miles Smith, began the Milk reliever. In fact, he was our main closer in 2019, and then to start 2020, put in the starting rotation last year. He becomes pitcher of the year. Back in the starting rotation this year, but after really kind of having an up and down year, now in the bullpen for the postseason. Bouncer to third. Trowbridge backs up, and it's off his glove, and everybody's going to be safe.
Miles is a good weapon. You know, he's versatile. Things didn't go very well for him as a starter this year. But, you know, for a lot of people in that scenario, they may not get another chance, you know. So, but we know he's very utilized, and you came out a good situation for him. You know, it was first and second there. Logan had a tough backhand right there. So we got bases loaded right now with 1 out. But Miles can get the job done, especially with Correa up the bat here.
First error for the Milkmen. The RedHawks Christian Correa pops it up. Will Kinger will make the catch. The infield fly rule's in effect. Boy, Christian, again, the frustration offensively. Last 2 times up, looks like he's had a couple of good pitches to hit, and unfortunately just popped him up. So, 2 down, big out right there. You still got the bases loaded with the leadoff man, Peter Maris, coming up. Now, Maris, 20 homers during the regular season, and he has been swinging a pretty good bat in the postseason as well. So, Miles, I'm sure, will not try to give him anything too great to hit here initially.
Yeah, he's throwing 94, 95 right now. You know, you got a 7-0 game right now. You challenge, you know.
I would agree with that delivery, certainly. Runner second and third for the RedHawks. Maris tonight 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. Miles coming back with the heater at 95.
He ain't messing around.
He's ahead of him 0-2. So Maris now 9 for 29 in the postseason. 2 doubles and a homer and 3 RBIs. To inspire Miles to see if he can take care of Maris here. The pitch. Oh, just barely got a piece of it. Fouled it off Hector Sanchez, and that one had hopefully shake. Still 0-2 to Peter Maris. You know, if you mention the name Maris from Fargo, a lot of people, baseball fans, will think of Roger Maris, famous native of Fargo. A lot of people think that Peter Maris might be related. Peter Maris is actually from California, Anaheim. And he attended Dana Point High School out there in California before going to UCSB to play for the Gauchos. First year with the RedHawks. He's had a good season. Here's the pitch. And
crossed him up.
Crossed him up, and it deflects off the helmet of Sanchez. And it's going to be a run scoring with runners moving up to second and third. So the RedHawks are on the board. I believe that will be a passed ball.
It's a tough one. I don't know. I don't know what you score that one. It's tough.
But like you said, Ryan, clearly he got crossed up on whatever he was expecting to get there. So Olin scores from third. Alexander moves up to third. Dexter's now at second. 1-2 the count to Maris. Looked like a curveball or high changeup of some sort.
Come on, Miles.
Outside, 2-2, not by much. Good eye there by Maris. Drew Ward, the DH, would be next. So hopefully Miles can take care of Maris. Outfield straight away, the pitch. And a tapper foul right side, so he's hanging tough at 2-2. Checking the MLB scoreboard. Brewers still leading the Yankees. It's 4-1 in the top of the 7th. White Sox with a 3-2 lead now in the 11th inning at Comerica Park in Detroit against the Tigers. Tigers taking the series opener last night. White Sox still out of the playoff race at this point. The pitch.
Good.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Big strikeout for Miles Smith to retire the side. 1 run, 1 no base hits. 1 error and 2 men left on. We go to the stretch. Milwaukee 7, Fargo-Moorhead 1. This is Milkman Baseball on AA Baseball TV. Tanner Riley is now pitching the FM RedHawks. We go to the 7th. Milwaukee Milkmen leading the Fargo-Moorhead RedHawks 7-1 here in the opening game of the American Association Championship Series. Best of 5 for the Miles Wolff Cup. And pitch to is a bit 1-0. Miles Wolff Cup, a very impressive trophy. Milkman trying to win it for the second time.
And drink out of it.
And drink out of it. Nothing like drinking out of the Miles Wolff Cup.
Oh, they do that with the Stanley Cup?
They do it with Stanley Cup as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nowhere better than the Umbrella Bar, filling that baby up with some Oktoberfest.
Absolutely.
I can say that, right?
Yes.
Are we sponsored by Oktoberfest?
Well,
Kugels, or I see it in the in the bullpen.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Kugels.
Any Liney reference is okay here. There's a swing and a miss. Well, we are just away. A post-game celebration at the Umbrella Bar tonight. I'm sure there'll be some fans who will be celebrating after tonight. Just walk up the hill to get to it here at the Rock Complex.
First 5 lucky fans that come up there, I will buy them a drink at the Umbrella Bar.
All right, fans. Ryan Kushmal has put down the offer there. So
you gotta know who I am. Come up and you gotta.
It can't be Archie the guy.
Yes. Full count.
Yeah, I like it. I like it, Ryan. 3-2, and not including any Milkman players.
Well, they don't need nothing from me. They do just fine.
Aaron Hill trying to get it started here in the bottom of the 7th against Tanner Riley. And upstairs ball 4.
Hill takes a lot of good walks. He's got to lead the
He had 66 during the regular season.
There you go.
And that is his second during the postseason.
Look at that on-base percentage.
Make that 3rd.
So that's what I look at. Who gets on base?
Aaron, during the regular season, was at 406, 283 average, 406 OBP. If you're getting on 400 or better OBP, you are an on-base machine.
You got 24 bags, too.
Here is Hector Sanchez and takes the first pitch for a strike. 19 doubles, 5 triples, and 8 down this year. Still pumping out those extra base hits. Sanchez 1 for 2, singled. He's also walked and scored. And he fouls that one off his counterpart, Christian Correa. Hopefully Christian's all right. Tanner Riley, the 4th pitcher used by the RedHawks. Starter Kevin McGovern only went 4 tonight. He allowed 7 hits, 4 earned with 1 strikeout. Run to Logan Trowbridge. Milkman did a good job of getting to the ace starter for the RedHawks. Pitch inside. Much in contrast to the last time McGovern pitched season. Back on June 4th, he went 7 innings, shutting out the Milkmen on 4 hits with 2 walks and 4 Ks. Kevin didn't have too many bad outings this year. 10-3 with a 3.69 ERA during the regular season. Low, 2-2, and of course we may very well see Kevin McGovern again in this series if it goes 5 games. In fact, you would figure that would be the rematch, A.J. Schugel against Kevin McGovern in Fargo if this goes to a 5th game. 2-2. Inside, the appeal to third base umpire Jeff Head. He says no, so the count is full. Milkman leading 7-1. Aaron Hill, the runner at first base. Pretty good base stealer. I don't know if they're going to be sending him with a 6-run lead here in the 7th, but 24 steals. He was only caught twice during the regular season. First baseman Boscan playing behind him. Riley making his 4th appearance in the playoffs for the RedHawks. 2 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. That was earned, 4 walks, 1 strikeout. So his walk-strikeout ratio hasn't been very good here in the postseason. And it's not getting any better with that walk to Sanchez. So he's walked the first 2 in this inning. The Milkmen have now drawn 4 walks tonight. And they've only struck out 4 times. Here's Kyle Chester. So first and second, nobody out. Carl 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. He also drove in a run with a bounce out to the pitcher his last time up in the 5th. Pitch stays outside. It's 1-0.
It's a good time to break it open right here. We got our 8-9 here, and we got our top coming up. So let's see if our bottom of the order can get the job done like they did that 1 inning. I believe it was the 5th.
Riley's next pitch just misses. 2-0. Riley, 6 feet, 175 pounder. 23-year-old who played his college ball at Abilene Christian down in Texas. Like I said before, you can never have too many runs against these RedHawks. Outfield straight away as Chester waits for the next pitch. Fouled it back. It's 2-1 to Carl. Riley during the regular season, 4-3 with a 2.84 earned run average, 31 appearances including 1 start, 38 innings. He allowed 34 hits, 12 earned runs, 31 walks, 41 strikeouts. So another reliever for the RedHawks that likes to want to improve that walk strikeout average. Bouncing ball to third. Pena steps on third, throw to first, and it's in time as Chester bounces into a 5-3 double play. So that will take a bit of the momentum for the Milkmen here in the 7th. Sanchez at second base with 2 outs. And Jeremiah Burks steps in.
It's a good opportunity right here. Get a guy on second, 2 outs.
Well, Jeremiah came through in this very same situation his last time up.
Keep doing it.
Dumped a short fly ball in the right field to score a run. And he hits it past the first baseman.
Get there.
And he's going to get to first. Sanchez will go to third and hold up there. Burks with a base hit to right field. Great effort there by Boscan to even get his glove on it and slow it down a little bit.
Knock the ball down just enough to save a run.
So runners at the corners with 2 down. Base hit number 10 for the Milkmen tonight. And top of the order, Brian Torres. Brian, 1 for 4. Single. He's also reached on a fielder's choice and scored. Trying to see if he can bring home another one with the Milkmen leading 7-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Breaking ball low and inside. Milkmen trying to see if they can capture this series opener. Game 2 right back here tomorrow for a 1 p.m. Central Time first pitch. And then the series will shift to Fargo for the remaining games.
Yeah.
Smash caught by the first baseman, Boscan.
Let me in there with the crowd. Everybody. Oh.
Can't hit it any harder than that.
$100 miles an hour line out there.
So I'll do it for the Milkmen. No runs with a hit. No errors. 2 men left on. We go to the 8th. Milwaukee 7, Fargo-Moorhead 1. This is the American Association Championship Series on AA Baseball TV. 7-1 Milkmen as we start the 8th inning. Miles Smith still out there for Milwaukee. He came on to get the last 2 outs in the 7th. That was the only inning in which the Fargo-Moorhead RedHawks have tallied. Unearned run. This ball hit into left center. Torres with Aaron Hill, and Brian Torres laying out to make the catch. Another great play by Torres in center field. There is 1 out and takes an extra base hit.
Team MVP for a reason.
Boy, I'll tell you what, that guy, as we check it out one more time on the replay, he has really come on as a center fielder. Made that unbelievable catch down in Cleburne that sparked the Milkmen to that series opening victory over the Railroaders. I'll tell you, the whole season, Aaron Hill left, Torres in center, Carl Chester in right has just been spectacular for the Milkmen. As the first pitch to Leo Pena is down low, 1-0. Yeah, I remember back in the days, Ryan, when you were on the Hill, we had Adam Brett Walker in left field, Brett Vertigan in center, 2020 Zach Nerrier in right. I mean, that was probably as good of a deep field as you're going to find in the American Association then.
That was an all-around all-star team. That was fun to play. It was too easy. Everybody knew who was going to win that year.
Yeah, the league championship year.
Chicago always got beef with us.
Well, we had a good rivalry that year with Dogs. Played them 24 times. Beat them 14 of those 24 games. But, yeah, we had some good battles with them that year for sure. 1-2. The count to Low, 2-2. Dogs had Jake Cousins coming out of their bullpen. Of course, Jake made the jump to the big leagues the next year. So you had Bender, Milk to the show, and Jake Cousins, the thing, of course, he was on loan from the Brewers organization, as was Bender technically at the time to the Milkmen. And then both those guys making the jump to the big league the next year.
Oh, Tim Dillard. We can't forget about Tim Dillard, too.
No, we can't.
He made a jump to the big leagues, too.
Yes. In the broadcast booth. He
sure did.
He sure did. No, it's been great to have Tim sticking around as part of the
call.
Brewers.
I need him to come crash on my couch. Seems to be his thing during his professional days back here in Milwaukee.
Full count to Pena. Leo 0 for 3 so far tonight. Miles Smith delivers, and it's foul play to the right, so Pena hanging in there. John Silviano, the cleanup man, waits on deck. Milkmen leading 7-1 here in the top of the 8th inning. So with Miles coming out of the bullpen again tonight, there had been some discussion about perhaps if we would see him maybe get a start in this series, as this one's hit in right center, and this one is going to get down, and it's going to go to the wall. Torres
played it well,
throws it back out there and puts it back in. It's a 1-out double for Leo Pena. So Leo with his first hit tonight, again, he hit .346 during the regular season, was among the league leaders. And that will bring up John Silviano. And I'm not saying that tonight's appearance discounts Miles from a potential start down the road in this series, but probably looks like, Ryan, that Anthony Barone's just going to use him out of the bullpen as he has in the playoffs here
kind of looks
so
that
far.
way, you know, in probably a four-man rotation, 3-4-man rotation, which is fine because Miles is comfortable coming out of the bullpen. Right, a lot of guys that are starters aren't comfortable doing that, but he's done it before, so it's okay. You know, he's not upset about it. He knows he can go out there and compete and get the job done and help the team win another championship.
Well, it's great to have a pitcher like that who has that kind of flexibility, can do it. That's for sure. Bouncer toward third, Trowbridge backhand, and he won't have a throw there. Just decided to hang on to that one.
Right off the end of the bat.
And Silviano reaches on a base hit. Silviano with his second hit of the night. So
Miles pitch count 21 pitches right now. You know, in the playoffs, it's a trust thing. You know, Anthony, you know, Skip, as he likes to be called. He's going to go with his guys that he feels best with and he's comfortable with, and he knows it's going to keep us in the ball game to give us the best chance to get another ring.
Runners at first and third with one out. And that brings up Manny Boscan, and the first pitch is high. 1-0 to Boscan, who is 0 for 3 tonight. 2 hits in the inning for the RedHawks, so they now have 7 on the night. RedHawks trailing by 6 here in the 8th, but chance to get a little closer. Swinging a foul back from Boscan, and it's 1-1. Manny had a good cut on that one. Alec Olin, the left fielder, ready to hit next. Action down in the Milwaukee bullpen. I think it's Frankie Bartow heating up down there. Now Miles backing off the rubber. From the stretch, ready to go. Bouncer to second.
Come on, turn it.
He'll go Burks one, and the relay. Double play and a nice stretch by Kenger to retire the side. Boscan wraps into a 4-6-3 DP. Milkmen are out of it. No 2 hits, no errors, 1 man left on. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Still Milwaukee 7, Fargo-Moorhead 1. This is the American Association Championship Series on AA Baseball TV. Logan Trowbridge will be for the Milkmen. 7-1, Milwaukee leading. Trying to See if they can get the jump on the RedHawks in this best-of-5 championship series, playing for the Miles Wolff Cup. Milkmen trying to win their second in 3 years. RedHawks trying to win their first ever. I double check that about Fargo-Moorhead. I believe they won some championships during their Northern League days, but low and in the turf. So since joining the American Association in 2011, they have yet to win the league championship. They've been knocking at that door, though. Pitch for a strike, like we talked about, Ryan. Great organization. They always have had excellent teams here in the last several years. So probably just a matter of time before these guys get it done. And then, again, Milkmen are going to have to really play great in order to beat them in this series.
Oh, yeah. It's tough to win championships. You can get there. It's tough to finish it. You know, a lot of these teams that already won, you know, a lot of that goes into the factor, too.
And strike 3 called to Trowbridge on the full count pitch. And so pitch there. And now for the RedHawks. So FM has now used 5 pitchers tonight. Allison started the season with Kane County before coming over to Fargo-Moorhead. Boy, Lotro, 3rd time he struck out tonight. You rarely ever see that happen.
Hype the guy up.
Well, he's worthy of the hype for sure.
That's Logan Trowbridge.
And
his defense makes up for those. Plus, he hit a home run. Come on.
Well, and a huge home run, I think,
yeah.
that really jump-started here, too.
You can score in the first inning. I don't know what the statistic is, but you're bound to win the game.
I think it's at least 75 times.
Yeah, you know, those silly numbers.
3-0 to Will Kenger. And with the green light, he fouls it down.
That's why I always know not to walk the leadoff hitter, because he scores over 80% of the time. That was the big one. That's why I always said do not walk. I just don't want to walk anybody in general, but especially the first guy.
Oh, high fly ball to deep left center field, and going a warning catch is Alexander. Kenger hit that one a long way, and wind maybe giving it a little help. It's died down a bit, blowing out toward left center field, but
that rain forecast died down. I don't think there's much of a rain probability here for tonight. Get your tickets, folks. See you out at the field tomorrow.
Go to MilwaukeeMilkman.com. MilwaukeeMilkman.com. Your everything. Here's Keon Barnum. First pitch is outside. Again, 1 o'clock game time tomorrow for game 2. And then the series shifts to Fargo Newman Outdoor Field for game 3 Tuesday night at 6:30. Swing and a miss by Keon. 1-1. And as Ryan Kushmal said, it may be a long trip to Fargo, but nice place to visit once you're there. Still got of nice. And that's going to be down for a base knock.
Double.
Keon will cruise to second with a double. So a 2-out double for Keon Barnum. Put that one opposite way into the left field corner. He's at base now. 2 now. Gomez at base. Coming up to bat. So Ben Allison getting a chance to do here tonight for the RedHawks. As I said, he began the year in Kane County, 24 games, 17 starts. And then late in the season with the RedHawks to Gomez's strike, switch hitter batting left-handed against the right-hand throwing Allison. Allison 3-7 with a 7.06 ERA overall in 24 appearances, 17 starts, covering 94 and a third innings.
Speaking of Alex, we got a great trainer. Got to give her a shout out.
No doubt.
Keeps healthy.
Yep. Our championship trainer from a couple years ago, and she's been with the team ever since. This Ben Allison,
no kidding.
Yep.
I'd still take a hockey license today.
As fouls it down.
Who knows? They just hands out 5 days, just like the certified dog, whatever you call them. I got one for my dog. I like taking them to Lowe's. Don't tell anybody. I want to get in a lot of trouble.
1-2 to Miguel Gomez. That is Ryan Cushmal joining us here on the broadcast. Swing and a foul down by Miguel. And it's 1-2. So you got another left-hander. I believe it's Tyler Grauer going for the RedHawks tomorrow. And I believe it would be Christian Young pitching for the Milkmen, but we'll have to see if that's what our matchup is for tomorrow. Bouncer to short. Dexter has it. And the throw takes care of Gomez and the Milkmen here in the 8th. A 2-out double by Barnum, but that's it. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 left. We go to the 9th. It's still the Milkmen 7, the RedHawks 1. This is the American Association Championship Series on AA Baseball TV. We come to the 9th inning. Milkmen leading the FM RedHawks 7-1 in this Series opener between the two teams, the best of 5 for the Miles Wolff Cup champion American. Alec Olin against Miles Smith. First pitch, swing and a miss. Strike one. Now, his third inning of work. Schugel first 6. He was tremendous, allowing 5 hits with no walks, 7 Ks. Continued crusade to be the American Association postseason pitcher of the year. Outside and high to Olin 1. Then Kyle Huck, he allowed 1 run earned with a walk and no strikeouts. And since then, Miles Smith. So Miles trying to see if he can finish it up here. Looked pretty good so far. The 1-1 to Olin. Strike at the knees, 1 and 2. Miles got out of a jam in the 8th when he induced Manny Boscan to hit into a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. The RedHawks had hit into 7 double plays in the last 2 games at Kansas City, yet they were still able to defeat the Monarchs. The series to win that series, 2-1. Swing and a miss. Olin strikes out. Time he strikes tonight.
Looks like Miles has turned to a cutter. He's throwing 90 and looks like, so maybe it's a slider. Maybe he throws a firm slider that hard.
Well,
but it was firm and it's nice and sharp and got him to swing.
Yeah, that was a great pitch there. Olin 3 tonight with a single and run thus far for the RedHawks when he was hit by a pitch in the 7th and eventually scored on a pass ball. Oof. Here's Alexander, and Evan takes the first pitch. 1-0. Only JJ January knows where that one missed.
Or not.
JJ hasn't been too bad.
Nah, he's been good. Maybe perfect.
Swing and a miss. It's 1-1.
You're gonna miss some, but you make them up somewhere. I'd rather have a real umpire than a robot umpire.
Well, the runners. We've got the other rule. Here's this ball's hit in center field. This is for the wall. It's a double for Alexander. Evan Alexander, who had 15 doubles during the regular season, whacks that one off the wall in right center field.
Do not umpires. I had to deal with that in the Atlantic League, and that's why I never went back.
Yeah.
No shot. But now they're making the bases, I don't know, 4 times bigger, and well, you gotta, you know, get with the changes, man.
What about the pitcher clock and the batter clock? What do you think?
It's not gonna work. No shot.
Swing and a miss.
Big is not going to work.
I mean, they've had good success with it in affiliated ball, so they say.
Yeah, but the minor leagues is much different than the big leagues. Those guys, when they get up there, they get comfortable and they get their routines. There's going to be a lot of guys being tossed out of games.
So it could be some tough transition, huh? As
fly ball.
Dexter hits a fly ball. Yeah. Short leg. I'm not sure he did either.
It looked like he didn't know where it was, but yeah, he fooled me. That's Aaron Hill for you. He's out there joking around. I don't know where it is, and then he's like, I got you guys.
Well, it's nice to be able to have the speed. He gets a slow start.
Yeah, he plays it off well. He did. If you ever have a conversation with a guy, it's fun. He's a jokester.
He is a fun person. No question about that. To know Aaron is to love him for sure. And with 2 down, well, we got a pinch hitter now for Dorsey. Pinch hitter here for the RedHawks with a runner at second and 2 down in the top of the 9th inning. Milkmen leading 7-1. Ben Lavorsi, a catcher and outfielder. Miles Smith trying to close it out here. Some of the fans on their feet for the Milkmen as they try to capture game 1 of this series. The pitch low and inside, and it's 1-1. Lavorsi, during the season, 35 games, 20 starts. He hit 2 homers, 16 driven in, so pretty productive during his brief time with the rest during the time that he has played against Milkmen this year. And a tapper foul at the plate. So it's going to be 1-2.
Says he played for Kokomo.
Played for the
Isn't that the Northwoods League?
the Jackrabbits down there. Yep.
All right.
Lavorsi from Minnesota. He went to Minnetonka High School and then on to play at St. Louis University and then MSU Mankato.
Slew.
So this is actually his first professional season. He was still playing for Minnesota State. This the 1-2. 2. Milkman 1 strike away from taking the series opener. Lavorsi pinch hitting for the number 9 hitter, Christian Correa. You've got top of the order with Peter Maris ready to hit next if Lavorsi keeps it alive. The sign from 6. Swing and a miss! He got him! Time to head to the umbrella bar and celebrate a Milkman victory. Final score tonight in Game 1 of the American Association Championship Series. Milwaukee 7, Fargo-Moorhead 1. We'll come back and wrap it up. This the American Association Championship on AA Baseball TV.